Hi.
Please tell us a bit about yourself.
Hey, thank you for that. And I'm a product developer and also a business coach. And I run a tech solutions company that has to do with helping business owners and organizations streamline their business systems and their processes. And we also provide tech support, implementation, and just the training after that. Our aim is essentially to take away the confusion around technology, especially because it's fast changing right now. And one thing, when we first started off, one thing that really stood out was how little business owners knew about tech. And so our aim then was to help a lot of businesses come from their offline way of doing things into the online mode. And I believe that as of now, while we're speaking, we've achieved that through a lot of education. And there is that implementation part and just, informing them about the right tools and the right trick tips that they can use just to eliminate that information overload as well. Yeah.
Good. What made you decide to pursue your business? Is there a deeper meaning to that?
Oh, well, my business started off in June of 2020. And that was at the heart of COVID. So it was essentially me being in this limbo stage where I needed to make a decision from my sole proprietorship into an incorporated business.
Mhm.
And so I had gone to school and done a few courses, not just a few, I got a diploma in software development. But then I saw that instead of me just, coding, focusing on just codes, why not I start something that would introduce people to the digital world using the skills that I've learned? And so I would say that's one of the reasons. However, my main why would be to inspire, equip, and build other business owners because that's essentially what they need to really move their business forward.
Beautiful. And what have the barriers been for you in your entrepreneurial journey?
Okay. It would be, I mean, there is business owners that are wanting to do things. However, I think the barriers would be sometimes they not having access to funding because automatically I'm affected. If they don't have access to those fundings, then somehow I will be affected by maybe some of the implementation that they would want to handle. Like I said before, we do have the business coaching side of things, and then we have the implementation side of business.
Mhm.
So most times when I give the consultation and we recommend steps that they need to do, and then there are maybe like automations that they need to also put into their business. If they don't have the funding for that, then we get affected as well. However, in terms of barriers on a personal level, I will just say technology is especially for women is not a very we don't have a lot of women. Let's just say that in technology. Yes, there are a handful, but not a lot, right? So when you're reaching out or when you're trying to make that connection, there's always that barrier, especially for women, trying to make connection to get to whatever deals that you're trying to get to.
Mhm. That definitely makes it difficult. Speaking of the funding part, how did you fund your business?
I will say a lot of bootstrapping. However, I did, have a startup that we started off in Africa. So that really helped to provide that, funding for me. But there, like, I'll say a lot of bootstrapping from my end as well, and just support and there were, essentially, I would say my knowledge and experience helped me fund my business.
Mhm.
What I mean is, I didn't start off as saying I'm offering this service. I started off by educating people about what was out there, and that essentially brought the leads that helped me to fund my business.
Mhm. And how would you like to see your business grow?
Well, I believe it's not um if you ask me, I would say essentially all service owners should not just offer individual services. It should be more of a technological service. So meaning we should be able to leverage now, especially with a lot of jobs, a lot of people out of jobs, right? We should be
Mm.
able to leverage, their experiences and skills, but not offering it as, come work for me, but maybe come consult for me. So leveraging that using technology. So that's what I would like to see in the next 3, 4 years in at Aceit Digital.
Okay, beautiful. And what's kept you feeling driven and motivated, even during the harder times of your entrepreneurship?
Well, I think also focusing on my why and just knowing that there's a reason why I'm also doing this. It's not essentially for me. I mean, money is a big factor, yes, but it's not essentially for me to just make money, but it's essentially for me to help to contribute to the economy in the way that I want to, which is also to grow other businesses. And that is where I find joy, just growing other businesses, either through training or through implementation.
Beautiful. So, what made you sign up for the Canadian Women's Chamber of Commerce?
Well, and I'd like to just apologize for maybe just attending just one meeting. But essentially, one of the reasons why I signed up for the Canadian Chamber of Commerce is everyone's looking for a community, and that's the same as myself, just looking
Mhm.
for a community, looking for advocacy, and looking for the next, trend out there for women because, I've also attended a lot of let's say venture capital conferences as well, and I know how hard knock it is there. So let's see what's out there for women, what the
Mhm.
government is doing to help women-owned businesses. So that's essentially why I joined the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay. What are the top three benefits you've gotten from being a member of the Chamber of Commerce, Women's Chamber of Commerce?
Okay, so I think I'll start off with essentially when I joined in, I
Hmm.
love the fact that the Chamber of Commerce had, really good resources. When I first started business, I didn't think about insurance, but I would tell you now that I do have insurance for my business, and that's basically because of the kind of resource that was provided there. There were so many things like just the links, the resources, and then also, the warm welcome was not part of it, but I would say it is now, just the warm welcome and having that one-on-one, getting to know more about the Canadian Women Chamber of Commerce. And also, I do like the fact that we get updates out, almost every week. I think it's every week, Friday, where we get updates about, things, grants or fundings that are out there. So, I mean, it's something that I can share for myself or I can share with maybe business owners that may need the help. And it's also essentially helps grow my business as well because people are coming for the tips and maybe the tricks. And even if they're consulting with me, I can always refer them to something. Um, and yes, just a community is really what we're looking for.
Hmm. What's a piece of advice that you could offer others who would like to follow in your path?
Um, so a piece of advice would be
Hmm.
you can't have all the ducks in a row. However, you can plan out, the initial steps and when you know that those are not working for you, it's okay to change them. I've gone through a lot of structural changes in the last 2 years, and it's okay to say, okay, this is not working again. We need a change. Um, Especially now with technology just skyrocketing and a lot of people, adopting AI. If you don't
Hmm.
the change, then you'll
Yeah.
be left behind. You'll be doing business in the past century, and that's not what we want to do. We want to move as fast as the pace that we're seeing right now. And so just stay innovative. That's my advice.
Hmm. What does success look like for you?
Success. Well, if you wanted to talk about it from the implementation side of things, I would say just, starting the journey of a business owner that doesn't have any type of systems put in place, or everything that they've done to this point is just manual, paperwork, and we help them to streamline everything, taking them in, they see their business journey and then the completed part of things, right? When it comes to completion, that is success. Even during the journey, like the consultation, the fact that we're able to actually even understand what they're trying to put out there to people, that's also success for me. So it's really the journey that is success.
Hmm. Beautiful. And can you tell us more about your particular expertise and how how we can reach out to you?
Oh, okay. So my business expertise. So I am specialized in business automation.
Mhm.
However, organizations do contact me for assistance with leading their teams. So I'm really great at leading teams and
Wonderful.
ensuring that, whatever resource is out there, um, we can essentially use it efficiently. So sorry, I'm gonna start that over again. Is that okay?
Okay.
Um, So a lot of organizations come to me to help, manage teams for them.
Hmm.
And one of the things that I do is just ensuring that I'm able to, take stock of, the whole project, essentially, and then see where, sometimes they come, it might be a budget that seems big, but when you look at all the the steps, web developers and all that,
Hmm.
then find out that, oh, there's something missing because we always articulate everything from the very beginning. So just knowing how to utilize the resource and use it efficiently is what they're looking for. Not just that, but also making sure that the quality of work doesn't also falter because I'm managing, or we're doing a project, right? So just um, you know that's one of the expertise that I have. And then we talk about just essentially, you can tell me a story about how you want to start a business and how you've had this idea from start to finish, and what I'm doing is I'm pretty much writing the process for you, and then at the end of that call, I would essentially present you with your business process. So um, so that's a skill that I have. And then, the business automations part, together with my team, we help to implement that because that does require a little bit of technology to be able to do that. So finding the right tech, the right softwares to use for things is something that I do as a digital advisor with the government as well, and even for organizations and small businesses.
Wonderful. How can people reach out to you?
Well, you can reach out by visiting our website, aceitdigital.ca, or you can email us, support@aceitdigital.com, or just contact us through our Facebook and social media pages.
Excellent. Any final words? Any bits of information you'd like to tell people, women entrepreneurs, maybe a tip?
Okay. Well, stay consistent. You're amazing. And if it's something that has been placed in your heart, then just best know that you're supposed to do it. And so you should take that first action and get started.
Nice. Thank you, Tulu.
Thank you so much.